Welcome to Aberystwyth's Over the Falls podcast. Local people, local stories. If you enjoy the show, please follow us, leave a review on your podcast platform, subscribe on YouTube, or keep up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Thanks for listening. This week's episode is sponsored by A1 Property. A1 Property is a family-run company based on Northgate Street in Aberystwyth, with a strong knowledge of the local area across letting, sales, and commercial property. The company has been owned and run by Sarah and Jason Thomas since 2014 and mainly specialises in property letting, while also operating in the sales market. If you are looking for any help with your property needs, please feel free to get in touch for no obligation consultation. Give them a call on 01970 602 755 or visit their website www.a1propertyuk.co.uk. You're not from Aber, are you, originally?
No.
You're North Wales, aren't you?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
The accent isn't there when I speak English, but if I speak Welsh,
I bet you're proper.
I'm full on gog. So if I go home for a little bit and then come back, Karis is like, Jesus Christ, you sound gog. Yeah, because I am gog.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
But when I speak English now, I almost sound like I'm from here.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
But then sometimes you can just hear the gog sometimes, and people are like, you're not from Aber, are you? No.
It's a twang.
Yeah.
There's definitely a twang. Whereabouts are you from then?
Blaenau-Ffestiniog.
Blaenau-Ffestiniog. I don't go north enough. I always end up going south.
So you know where the SIP wires are?
You do, yeah. Done that.
Not the main one. There's like a lot of different ones, and the bounce below, underground caverns.
I know exactly where you are.
How far up north is that?
From here, it's about an hour and 20.
Oh, it's not that bad. It's not all the way up.
No,
right, okay.
No, but do you know what? Like, it's quite small. Like, so to get to Menai Bridge, which is like before Anglesey, it's only about 45 minutes from Blaenau. To get a Llandudno, 40 minutes. Like, it seems far, but it's all quite close. Whereas it takes 40 minutes to get Aberystwyth on these days.
I know, it does, doesn't it? It's terrible. We went to Dorgetlau in the summer. I've never been there before. That is a beautiful little town village.
Literally from Blaenau, it takes about 20 minutes, 25 tops maybe, especially after the new road they did.
Yeah, exactly.
But even though it's like a tiny town, it is quite close to everywhere. Like when we were young, we used to go out on the piss to like Wrexham and Chester, even Liverpool, be there in under 2 hours.
Liverpool's
great,
a good one from North Wales, isn't it?
Class.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
really, really good.
What got you into the gym then? What was the start?
Oh, I've always been active, to be honest with you, even as a kid. Like, you know, like, especially like when we grew up, you know, you were active, weren't you? It's not like kids these days. So I've always been active. And then my group of friends, we had a couple of people who was like 2-3 years older, so they'd already started weights already, and we were like 2 years younger. So then we kind of started it a little bit at the same time. So I was doing weights probably about 14. But not like aggressively doing weights, just doing weights.
In school?
Yeah. And then we had a bar in school, in the gym class, 70 kilo on the bar. And it's just been a thing. Like everybody, before you left school, if you can't clean and jerk this 70 kilo barbell before you left school, you failed school. It wasn't about GCSEs. It was about clean and jerking this barbell. So that had to be a goal, basically. And then from there, it was just more bodybuilding training, you know, like everybody says, you want to look good. But I played rugby as well, up until I was about 24 maybe less. But it was more training for the field rather than anything else. So yeah, weight has always been a part of it since about 14, 15. And then it's been training for rugby until then. I stopped playing rugby and then it was...
Into it?
Yeah, it was more...
14's the actual... margin, isn't it? It's not really supposed to do weights before that sort of age group. Am I right in saying that? Because your body's still growing.
When I was doing all my qualifications, back then, you had like thing called training adolescents, which you had to do like extra courses and stuff to give you the right to train people from like 12 until 16. But now, all the science now, like you can train people as young as 6, 7.
It doesn't really matter then, no?
No, not really, no. As long as it's done properly.
Yeah, no injuries,
like you don't want them like doing back squats with 3/4 or even their body weight on it. But as long as they're doing some kind of element, it's just going to transfer over into their, you know, teenage years then and just keep them fit, really.
Any reason why you stopped the rugby?
I did my knee and did my jaw.
Oh, God.
So my knee it wasn't fucked, basically, but it was... you know, hyperextended it, and it was like, oh my God, you're going to have to strengthen your quads, your hamstrings, otherwise it's going to go. So fine, okay. I went back in after that. But then I went in for a tackle, right knee came across, and then broke my jaw. I think it was this side. Yeah, just clean broken.
Whoa.
And then I was like, I need to find a sport that isn't so physical. So I was like, right, I'm going to knock it on the head then. And then I was like, nah, I'm going to go back. And then my nan then, she was like, you don't go back, play rugby. I was like, okay, yeah, okay. I will. So I made her a promise, you're not playing rugby again. So I just stopped playing after that then.
How old were you at that stage?
25, so was it?
I was a bit younger. I think I was 23. So I played from school onwards. And then when you're 16, you almost have to choose football or rugby, because they're both on Saturdays, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I chose rugby. And I think I played, from 16 to about 23, something like that. Yeah.
Did you have a natural ability with the weights? Did it come easy to you?
Strength came easy.
Did it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like a hereditary thing? Is that a genetic thing or what?
Yeah, I don't know. Because none of my family are I wouldn't say they're strong. They're not overweight or they're not slim. They're just normal people, But for some reason, my body just reacted well with strength training. The numbers just flew up. Whereas fitness, I really have to work on fitness.
Cardio.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd almost have to be right, okay, I need to get aerobically fit now. So I've got to put a lot of work in there. Whereas strength, I can get away with, if I didn't squat now for maybe 6 months, I could probably still walk into the gym and back squat maybe 180.
Okay.
And that's with 6 months off legs,
Yeah.
Whereas other people, they probably won't hit 180 ever in their lives.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
Even if they squatted 3 times a week.
I'd never get anywhere near that.
And even bench press, I could probably, I haven't bench pressed in a while, and I've just started to bench press back again now, and I can still hit 130, no problem. So the strength is kind of I've been lucky in that form. I keep it really well, and then it just develops. But the aerobic side, it's a lot of work.
It is harder. Yeah, I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned bench press, because when you mentioned clean and jerk, I think it was clean and jerk that you said about 70 kilo. I can't really compare that to anything because I've never done any form of lifts that before, but I have done a bit of bench press and general gym stuff, so I can sort of I can understand that a little bit better.
We hit 100 once, didn't we? Did we hit 100?
I've done over 100. I did 100 the other day because I wanted to know if I could still do 100. I can.
So 100.
It's
100's good. 100's
not bad, and I don't
you're
do
in the
it.
10% in the world if you can hit 100.
Oh, really?
Kilos. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because nobody trains really. And the people you do see training is a small percentage. When you're scrolling on social media and you're seeing all fitness stuff, and God, did you know what? Oh God, I can't do that, I can't do that. But you're probably in the 10%. If you can bench press 100 kilos, then
it's good.
Talking about
sorry, go on.
Sorry, bench press as well. There was I think his name's Spencer Matthews, and I saw something online the other day, and he's trying to get. I think it was a slim margin as there was 50 people in the world that he thinks can do this. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think maybe the bench press, was it 120, 130?
110.
It was 110, was
110
it?
for 10.
And then also, I believe, a marathon in a time of 2 hours.
Probably, is it?
Is it sub 220 or is it sub 230?
Or was it 2.5 maybe? Either way, it was a very good marathon time.
That's like an elite.
Exceptional marathon
really
time.
Fast.
And then also 110 kilos.
For 10.
Oh, yeah, not just for one.
For 10.
So that means your max is probably 130, 140 maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy, right?
That's mental. I don't know anybody, and I know a lot of fit people, even pro CrossFit athletes. I don't know anybody that can do that.
So him saying 50 people might not be that far off. You might have to go to Russia and stuff and find some people up in the mountains.
Because a lot of people would be able to bench press 110 kilos for 10, all right?
Yeah, but they couldn't run a marathon that quickly.
No.
That's the split, isn't it?
And then a lot of people can run a marathon that quickly, but there's no way they can bench press 110.
If you look at what's the name of that bloke who went from triathlon and then now he runs he went from triathlon and then he ran a marathon in 2:06 recently.
Alex
is it?
Yee.
Can you imagine him bench pressing 110 kilos?
He probably doesn't weigh. He probably weighs 60k.
Yeah,
exactly. It's not happening, is it?
There's no way.
So it makes you think how difficult that is.
Yeah, it's mental. When I was listening to it, I was thinking, I don't know anyone that can do that. And I was trying to reel off people on the highest level of their game, but it's that marathon time.
Yeah.
How are you getting down to that time unless you're actually a a runner.
And you have to
exactly.
carry that muscle mass
Yeah.
through that. I mean, me and my mates talked about this recently. There was a guy who ran a marathon in jeans, but they look more like jeggings because they look quite comfortable jeans. And he is absolutely stacked. But I don't know what his marathon time was. To be fair, it might not have been good enough to be in that
I know
category.
who you're on about. I've seen him.
Yeah, he's a unit there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's big. He is.
Got on a bit of a tangent, yeah.
We are on a tangent.
Have you seen that Alex Honnold documentary when he's climbing up the side of the skyscraper? You know, he does
Not
that
yet.
free solo. Okay,
Not yet.
I won't tell you what happens, but his training, because of the skyscraper and the way it's built, obviously you can't sort of grip onto the majority of the building, so it's all like cover caps and plates and stuff. So his grip had to be on a vertical grip.
Yeah.
So his training, he was doing pull-ups, but he wasn't gripping the bar.
Like that.
He was gripping. His hands were like vices.
Oh my God.
I've never seen anything
like a pull-up like that?
Yeah, but he's doing 300 of those a day, right? And you see the video of it, right? His back, I've never seen strength like that. It was like my jaw dropped watching it. It was unreal. Like the strength in some of these people. Sorry. Big tangent there. Anyway.
He must have incredibly strong forearms, and then also like I know tendons in your fingers and grip.
His hands look like he could just crush rocks.
Yeah. Like I've done a couple of not rock climbing, but like those indoor walls and stuff. And like some of them, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not getting that.
No.
You want a nice, comfy, big one.
I'm going to find that.
Yes. That'll do. Just hang there for a bit.
Yeah.
That's the one you want.
What drew you to CrossFit then? When did you start? When did you first hear about it? When did you first get tempted by it?
So one of the boys, Ian Ellis, he was in university in Aber, so we used to come down here anyway to visit him. And the CrossFit gym was in Aber. That was the closest CrossFit gym we had to us. There was a gym in Porthmadog, but it wasn't CrossFit affiliated. It did functional fitness, but didn't do CrossFit.
Okay,
but it's the same thing, right? Between you and me.
Don't tell anyone.
No. So one year I decided to sign up to the Open, and I thought, I was like, why didn't you come down here? And then like, okay. So I came down, did the Open with everybody in the gym in CrossFit Aber. Yeah, cool, enjoyed it. I think the second year then did the same. Enjoyed it. But I wasn't fully doing CrossFit. I was kind of doing like bodybuilding, CrossFit, Olympic weightlifting, and kind of hybriding it all just for the field to play better. And then when this happened then, I was like, right, I quite enjoy this. And then he messaged me saying, a couple of the coaches are leaving the gym. Do you want to come? Tom's asking, do you want a job here? It's like, okay then. I'll come and have a scan around. So I came down. Tom showed me around, did a couple of like classes just to teach. I was like, I quite enjoy it actually. It's nice. But I wasn't into CrossFit as such. I was just into PT, coaching and stuff like that. So decided to make the move from Blaenau to here, and then just started to coach. And then a couple of classes I would like jump in as well. But as some of them knew me from the 2 years past that I jumped into the Open.
Right.
But I wouldn't say I was good. I was okay, I just had good strength. And then I'd do classes and people would beat me, and I was like, fucking hell, beat the coach. Yeah. And then the more I was doing it, the more I was enjoying it, and I just thought, do you know what? Like, let's try a little bit harder in it. And then I tried a little bit harder and got better, like anything really.
Yeah.
And from there I thought, actually, I'm half decent at this. So I thought, I'll enter a competition. So I entered the competition down in, nobody knows this other than like small people. I think there was 12 people there. I came 11th. All right.
Okay, fine.
Not bad.
Yeah,
you weren't last.
You weren't last.
I was like, there we are. But I enjoyed it, and that was the main thing. And I wasn't training an awful lot. And I thought, I'm going to have to now make the commitment and just focus on CrossFit rather than a bit of bodybuilding here, a bit of CrossFit there, a bit of... So that's what I did then, and I just became hooked then. And then I started to enter more, got better, did like a team of 3, we came second. The moment I got that second, I was like, right, okay, we can do this.
Close.
More individual stuff then came along, and I was getting better and better and better. And then just from there then, I just kind of fell in love with it then and just did it,
For people who don't sort of understand CrossFit, obviously on the level of you, what sort of movements do you have to do, particularly in a CrossFit like competition, say?
How they normally do it is like if you had a big competition, then we'll start with the small one. So normally you do a small one, it'd be like one day. So they'd probably give you 3 workouts. One would definitely cover a strength element, and then one would cover some kind of an endurance element, and then the other one would cover more of a mix module where you do a bit of gymnastics, a bit of strength. So it's a little bit of everything. And then you do these 3 workouts over the day, and then whoever ranks best then comes first place.
So this is like how many movements in a certain amount of time?
Yeah, you can do an AMRAP, so you can do like an X amount of rounds within a 12-minute AMRAP, or you could do like a chipper, 50, 40, 30, 10, 20, 10 or whatever, for time. And they're just all different. You can do a 1 rep max bench press, 1 rep max squat.
Do you know what there's going to be before you get there?
Not really. You kind of know to a degree what you need to train, but also you need to train some stuff that you might never do, but that you do know and you can do it.
Just in case they pull that out the bag when you're on the day.
Yeah, so at least you know it then, don't you?
Because when you were talking to Reese, didn't they just throw in ropes at one point? And it's like, it's spun everybody out.
Yeah, like one of the first years I watched it, it was like they put rope climbs in and they never put it before. And one of the boys who was up and coming, which is Rich Froning, he just kept falling down the rope. He couldn't get to the top. And he came second that year. And then he went home then and obviously practiced it for a year. They came back the following year and he won the whole thing then that year.
Yeah.
Another year they've done... Have you seen those pegboard where you put the things in?
Oh, yes. Wow.
Yeah. Were you climbing with the pegs?
Yeah.
That looks fun, that does.
So one year they put that in and everybody was just looking at the board. Nobody could go up it.
Yeah.
And then another year they put like... So skipping, but like crossovers, but you had to do double under crossovers. And everybody was just doing singles and they couldn't jump over the rope. So every year they tend to put something and just see if people have been doing their homework, they call it, and doing stuff that they've never done before.
But can you imagine if you knew some of the organisers and then you knew this like thing that was coming in, so say rope climb, vertical rope climb, you have such an advantage over other people if you've been smashing that workout.
But normally, because you've got the director, who's Dave Castro, he normally has 2 people, and it's just the 3 of them that know all the workouts that come up.
So pretty tight secret probably for what.
Yeah, especially for the
happens.
games anyway. Like some stuff have been leaked in the open, the quarters and the semis, but not other games really.
How did you qualify for the games then? And what was the process?
So when I qualified, we did it as a team. So I went to Aylesbury to do it as a team. And then the first stage is the open, but everybody has to do those workouts individually.
Okay.
Once you've done those workouts individually, then you get to decide you qualify individually or qualify as a team, total points. Then you can go quarterfinals team, quarterfinals individuals. You can still do quarterfinals on both if you want to. I think that year I did both. And then you have to place... So I'll go off this year's stats. So this year the top 25% goes through from the open to the quarters. And then from the quarters then there's another 10% that goes through to the semis. Once you make it to the semis then, it's supposed to be a in-person live comp. So then you go... and there's top 30 who's qualified in each of these, and there'll be like 7 or 8 across the world, 2 in Europe, 2 in North America, 2 in like Australia or something like that. And then you got to get top 5 in the live events. But because it was year of the COVID when we made it, they didn't do any in person, they did them all online. And the structure of it, it was quite clever the way they did it. Like you had 2 workouts to do on a Friday, 2 workouts to do on a Saturday, 2 workouts to do on a Sunday. But you had to film this workout. You had to have a code in your email that you had to say in the camera so that you know that camera was live there and then, and you couldn't fraud it.
Oh, yeah.
And you only had really one shot of doing the workout. So it was almost the same as live, but a little bit different. Like if you fucked up in the first minute of the workout, you could just reset the video and go again. But if you did the whole thing, there was no way you could go again and do it again, you know? And you only had 12 hours. Well, by the time you've slept, take 8 hours away from that, you've only got 4-hour window to do 2 workouts, really, haven't you?
Yeah.
So we did that anyway online, and then the scores went through, and we were getting the results then on the Sunday night. So we all stayed at the gym up in Aylesbury to await the results. And I think we came second, so we came second in Europe.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that's amazing, yeah.
And then we qualified for the games then, and I was like, fuck. But we, like you talk about it, I was like, I'm going to make the games, but you never really expect to make it. So then when we made it, we were just like so happy we made it. We didn't really care what we placed when we got there.
Yeah.
And it was a top either 40 or 50 teams in the world. I think it was top 50.
So, like, just for some context, in like football terms, or rugby, that's like the World Cup, right?
Yeah, that's the Super Bowl for the NFL.
It's an amazing achievement, isn't it?
Yeah.
And where was that? The location?
It changes some years. We were in Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite far.
Yeah.
But it was COVID year as well, so
Yeah.
we had to fly to Chicago, and then it was like an hour and a half in a car then from Chicago to Madison, Wisconsin. And all this COVID was going on. We were thinking, oh my God, imagine we're going to be stuck in a hotel room.
Did you have to do that then? Did you have to isolate for like a week or whatever? No,
we didn't.
none of that.
We took the jabs and we were fine.
Yeah.
So we were lucky. But some people, they got to the games and some of them didn't have the jabs. So they were getting tested every day.
Yeah, okay.
So some
Oh, like a
people
COVID test just to make sure.
some people would do the day and then they'd fail the next day and they were out then.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah.
That's how an experience, was it?
Oh, it was... Every time because one of the boys from Pembrokeshire, he went a couple of years ago and I was talking to him about it. He qualified as a team as well. And I said, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, I said to him. But it's way better than what it is when you see it on like the YouTube channels and the stuff like that, you know? Like, you can't really explain it. Like, you just walk into a room. It's like you've got your own kit there. Like, your board, your surname, everything like that. You've got all this kit worth probably about $5-6 grand worth of kit and stuff. And then you're all dressed. You're all kitted out. Like, it's not like someone's wearing Nike. Everybody has to wear the same, what they give you. And then you've got an open ceremony. And then you go out in countries. So America, UK, and then all these countries will go out with your flags and stuff. And then you line up. And then they do like, oh, this girl sings the American national anthem, and then when she finishes, there's just these fighter jets that just go
Oh, cool. No.
straight across in like the shape
Wow.
and everything.
Yeah.
And you can't, like, when I tell people about it, it's like, really? It's like, yeah, but you have to be there.
Yeah.
So then one of the boys, Moritz, when he did it, first thing he did, he messaged me or voice noted me, oh my God, it was unbelievable. You know? I didn't want to tell you and spoil it to you, but you know.
Was it cold the time of year that you went to Chicago
No.
and Wisconsin?
It was August.
Ah, so
start
it's
of
probably
August.
quite nice then.
Yeah. It was hot in Madison because a lot of the workouts were on the field.
Okay.
So we did a lot of the workouts on the field and it was quite warm, really, to be fair. Especially when you had to run and stuff.
I bet.
But it was...
Was that your sort of proudest moment as like an athlete then?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a couple of them, really, to be honest with you. Like... Making the CrossFit Games, obviously, because that's the pinnacle of the sport, isn't it? That's what everybody thrives for, is to make the CrossFit Games. Also, like, being the fittest in the country as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm really proud of being Welsh. So, like,
Yeah.
to win that...
Yeah.
Almost
Four
for me,
times, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got your accolades, yeah.
Yeah. I
CrossFit
looked
Games
up
Athlete
today.
2021
Yeah.
team, 4 times Fittest Man in Wales.
Yeah.
And Welsh Fitness Hall of Fame 2024.
Yeah, and that
Wow.
as well.
That's quality.
So there's a couple of them, really. The CrossFit Games, the Fittest in Wales, the Hall of Fame that they put in on 2024.
2024, yeah.
And, like, one that not many people know about is, like, when I went to Marbella, I wasn't at my fittest, but I was okay. And I came third, and I took Etta, the firstborn, on the podium with me.
Oh,
and, like, that was, like... You see it sometimes, and you, like, always want to do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, that was quite nice as well. So... I can't really choose between all of them, to be honest with you.
They're all decent.
Yeah.
They're all decent.
So I just say all of them, to be honest with you.
What was the hardest competition you've ever done? Like you didn't, you don't have to place well in it. What was the toughest one that you found?
I find, like, the games was obviously tough, but you kind of knew it was going to be tough. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're going there at the fittest you've ever been. Like,
Yes.
at the time, I was training 3 hours a day. Like, so I was almost prepared for it to be tough. Whereas, like, other things, it's not that you don't expect it to be tough, but then you know, oh, I'll be all right. You know, I did this last year. I'll be okay with this amount of prep. And you get there, and it's just like, God, this is hard. You know, Jesus, what have I done? Yeah. I'd probably say, to be honest with you, Madrid back in 2022, I think.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to place really, really well here. Mm-hmm. There was huge names there, don't get me wrong. And I think it took the top 70 to go there. And I think I placed something like 26 or 27. But it was just so hard because all the workouts were like in that 7 to 12 minute time frame, which is like anaerobic. and the skills they put in, they'd put stuff like ring muscle ups with handstand obstacle against over a ramp and downstairs. A 2K run, you know, like out of all the runs to pay.
I could do that. I could do
2K, you know, like it's the worst
1K.
one, probably. You know, I was like, oh god. So like, I'd probably say Madrid because I was a bit cocky going into it,
overconfident.
Yeah, and also like the way they'd put everything together, it was quite anaerobically based, like tough on that.
Yeah,
probably that one. There was another one, strength in depth in London. That was very, very hard as well. But I found it hard, but because Matt Fraser was competing there at the time as well, I was a little bit more starstruck because I was competing next to Matt Fraser. So I was like, I don't care what I place or what I do in this workout. He's right there. You know?
I was going to ask you about that a little bit. Was that the first time? So I think you said 2022. When was the first time that you saw these people that you probably watched on YouTube or maybe a program sort of like for maybe years previous to that? And did you feel quite starstruck?
Yeah, so I think the first major comp I probably did was like 2017 maybe. Yeah. But like, there was big names in it, but big names from around here, some from Europe, but not the biggest names.
Not the Americans, maybe, or
no. So then I think it's the first year, the really big one. I went to Italy, and it was the years of sanctional, so 2018 maybe, and I knew it was going to be hard because for people to qualify for the games that year, they had to go to these events and qualify. And then Scott Panchik was there, Noah Olsen was there, Roman Krennikov, and there was these massive big names. And I was just like, what am I even doing here? Like, I just came here because I just wanted to go to Italy.
Like imposter syndrome.
Yeah, imposter syndrome. I was thinking that.
I was just having photos with all these people. And anyway, like, I find myself like in the top heat every day, competing. Like, you know, like one day I was like, oh, what would you do in this workout? And then Noah Olsen was like, oh, well, I'm going to go singles on the barbell, push the run. And then this guy called Lucas Esslinger, he was like, oh no, he's winding you up. I was like, am I having actually a conversation with him?
Is he winding me up?
But he did what he said he was going to do.
That's sort of nice then.
But that was the first one where I saw some big names. And I placed 7th in that one as well.
Did you beat any of them? Any of your idols?
I beat Noah Olsen in one workout.
I bet you're loving that though.
Yeah.
Even though it's one, who cares?
Yeah,
just quit then. Who cares?
Yeah. But if I remember, I think Roman Krennikov came first. Scott Panchik came second. Noah Olsen came third. I think Lucas Esslinger came fourth. This Italian bloke came fifth. And then Jamie Eden from Ireland came sixth. And then I came seventh. Then.
Brilliant.
Nice.
Yeah. And then after that, then it was just like, from there, I just found myself like in these massive elite competitions, just competing against these huge names, you know. But the mad thing about it is like all those top, they're so humble, you know. Like you see less humbleness in local small competitions than you do in those big events. They just.
It's funny that, isn't it?
Yeah.
You expected the opposite way around, wouldn't you? Really.
You would. I had a question, so I'll ask it now. How do you find the general culture of CrossFit? So that could be CrossFit gyms that maybe you've gone to, including competitions. How would you see whether it's positive or negative? What's sort of the culture like?
I've been quite lucky, to be honest with you, because I've been on the elite field for probably about 6-7 years. A lot of people have kind of looked up to me, so I've never had to be in the proving yourself type of thing. I've just proved it on the floor, so I've never really witnessed that two-faced, the bitching and stuff like that, because it happens everywhere, doesn't it?
Of course it does.
So I've never really witnessed it as much as that, because even when I've gone into gyms and done a class, you know, I've probably beaten the majority of them in there, or I'll go in and do my own programming.
Yeah.
So I haven't really witnessed all that, but like Caris has seen it in a couple of places, and I know a couple of people have. There's always good and there's always bad, isn't there, you know? Like, but I do find it's like when you're a beginner, you're all right, and then when you're like elite, you're all right. It's here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where the problem
The ego maybe lies in the middle.
But everyone wants to get to that next stage as well, though, don't they? They're trying to, like, everyone's competing against each other, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But it's almost like they're good, but they're obviously not good enough.
Yeah.
But they always want to portray, like, and then there's like the cockiness that comes with it, like the speaking down to the beginners,
Yeah.
you know, like the intimidation to the beginners and stuff like that. And you're just like, why? Like,
Or making them feel stupid, maybe, or something
yeah,
like that.
like
you know,
you always have that, and I think it's the middle ground that you see a lot of it, really. So, and I was quite lucky. I didn't do a lot of those competitions, really. I almost went beginner,
and then quite
trained
fast,
on my own, and then
Yeah.
like kind of like hid in the dark, and then boom,
Yeah.
more or less straight away, you know. So I was quite lucky I skipped that part.
Okay.
That's fair enough. I'm going to jump around a little bit here, but you mentioned your firstborn then. You've got 2 kids now?
2 kids now.
How are you finding the work-life balance with 2 children? How are you managing to train? We all know that parenting's not best, but probably the hardest job in the world.
Yeah.
How are you finding it?
When I went self-employed first, when I left work and went self-employed, I found it really difficult because I was just juggling everything. And you're like, the work-life balance. It's like, oh, I need to work, I need to make money, I need to be with a kid, or well, at the time only Etta, and then I need to train and still be an elite athlete or whatever. And I think I tried that for about 9 months to 12 months, and then I just realised it just isn't work. And now I just go by priority. Just, you have to put one thing. So like, oh right, for the next 3 months the kids are going to be a priority, so they are on the top of the list, and then you just focus on the kids, and then training is a afterthought. Work is still work, but then you're just doing enough to get by. And then like December comes, for example, you know, like, all right, okay, like let's put a little bit more work in here, knowing that it's going to get quiet, so I'll add a little bit more, and then the training will go away. Now January, and then the kids go here, and then the training goes to here. So it's just like having these pillars and just moving them around, because the work-life balance is so difficult. And I think what you end up doing is just stressing yourself out about trying to put them all. So if you just dictate like, right, that is going to be more kids now we're going to move the kids to here, we're going to move the training, and just rotate them around, so like there's pieces everywhere. So that's what I tend to do now, really. It's just
a really clever way of doing it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'll speak to Karis and I'll be like, I'm not going to be very active now in the household. You know, I'll do less dishes. I'll you know, or I'm going to have to train more. I'm going to up my training in another half an hour a day. I can't pick up Etta from school on these 2 days because I want to be in the gym. I'm going to have to work more. And then we'll just communicate with it, and then it's fine. But then she knows. And then, oh, I can do more in work. I'll pick up Etta all these days, and pick up Lorna, you know, and then you kind of like work around it and just trying to prioritize it. So I just look at it more as like prioritizing things rather than trying to find the balance, because you just end up not having any balance in the end.
And I guess you don't end up completing anything then.
No, you don't. No.
Yeah.
You just end up like half-hearted training. You've worked, and then you've just been there with the kids, but not there with the kids.
Not present, maybe.
Yeah. Whereas like this, you can be there with the kids, you know. And then, you know, I've got work tomorrow. I'll go on the laptop. I'll do this, but it'll be 4 hours, and then I can be with you, you know. And then you can actually be there rather than being like, oh, I'm just answering on my phone, and then she's asking me a question, and then Etta's asking me a question, and I'm just like that on my phone.
Tough.
Yeah.
But you know, I've sat with Reese quite a few times when you were there and all that sort of stuff, and that's part and parcel with PT, though, isn't it? Because you've got to answer people, haven't you?
You have to,
because it's your job.
Yeah.
So it must be hard.
Yeah,
really hard, because you can't be present all the time. It must be so difficult.
No, you have to. And like, I read something about online coaching and PTing and stuff like that, and like a lot of people, like, they'll message you all the time, and then you then feel obliged to answer them, but they don't actually expect an answer there and then. Do you know what? It's you in your own head that's like, I've got to answer these back now, but they don't actually expect an answer there and then, because they're just messaging you when they can as well, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So then they know that you're, but if you're putting the pressure on yourself and being like, right, I've got to answer them back, and then you're stressing yourself out trying to answer them back, aren't you?
Of course you are.
Like, I get messages like 9:30 at night, but I know they don't need an answer 9:30 at night.
But it's on your conscience then. You kind of want to answer them back, don't you, I guess?
Yeah. Like, if I can, I will. But also, I'll like, no, I'm going to go to sleep and I'll answer them first thing in the morning. So then I'll just answer them all in the morning then.
Do you enjoy with regards to coaching now, do you enjoy coaching classes or one-to-one? What do you prefer?
I've always enjoyed classes, to be honest with you, for years and years and years, because it's what I did. I haven't done much PT. Like, I did PT back home in Blaenau, and then I did classes, and then I came here and I did loads of classes, and then I restarted PT back again. But now, like, I prefer PT now.
Yeah.
I just think you build a relationship better with that, you know, like, I don't like to say clients because, you know, like,
Feels impersonal, I suppose.
yeah. But like, you build a relationship with them. Whereas in a class, yeah, you are building a relationship, but they're just a class at the end of the day. You can't get around everybody, you know. So like, going back into Cal Strength when last year, I think, and doing classes, it was like, oh wow, this is a bit weird.
Loads of people staring at you like,
yeah, it's like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
But no, I prefer PT now. I speak to Reese about this quite a lot because he prefers PT in as well to like classes.
The one-to-one stuff. Yeah.
I just think you can get more in. There's less talking. There's only like what you decide that you want to talk about, and you can tell them, right, we're not talking, do another set. Whereas in a class, you don't have that full control. People will be whispering over there, and they're not. Oh, what did you say again?
Yeah.
Can I go to the toilet? You know, like before you know it, like you're doing 2 things in a class, whereas 1-to-1 you can do 4 or 5 things.
Yeah, exactly.
You get so much in an hour.
Yeah.
1-to-1 is always so much better, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is random, but I pulled my kids out of a multi-class swimming thing, and now they've got individual lessons. I think it's way more than twice as good.
Yeah.
I actually think it's 3 to 4 times as good. It's insane, and then I guess that's the same sentiment with you.
They benefit way more, and they probably pick it up way quicker, don't they?
Yeah, because if they're doing something wrong, then you can. Because like, say my kid now who's in swimming class, she might be doing something wrong for 6 weeks, and they might not even notice because there's like 10 kids in the pool with her. You don't, or him and him.
Or you get a child who's maybe like playing up slightly. Your child sort of, this bit of sacrifice then, isn't it? Because then the attention's sort of taken elsewhere. But anyway, I can understand how if you PT people, the progress is amazing.
Oh, it's so much easier. Like one of the girls, Shan, she has been coming to classes for years when we down in CrossFit Atomic and stuff like that. And she just never got pull-ups, never got toes to bar, nothing like that. And when I left and I started the programming and she came on board, I think within 6 to 9 months she was doing pull-ups and toes to bar. Just because like it was just clamped down, right, this is what we're doing. Your weakness is your strength, so we're going to build strength. Whereas like in a class, you don't have that time to build all that strength. They almost have to do it themselves. In the class, you just want them to have a good time. So they go, come back, and have a good time again. Yeah,
I guess there's a balance there, isn't there? You want them to have fun as well, don't you?
Yeah.
I guess.
Like, I'm way more mellow, like in a class, really, because it's like, all right, I hope they enjoyed that. They're going to come back and enjoy it. People say I'm serious, but I don't think I am.
Quite serious.
I was going to ask what you do in your sort of downtime. You're obviously really busy, you've got a family going on, but is there anything you sort of enjoy outside of these working out elements?
I like to just, like, if me and Cass get to spend time together, that's quite nice. Like, she drags me for a walk more than, like, it's not like I want to go for a walk. I'm being dragged for a walk.
Do you enjoy it when she drags you? Well, you can say yes.
Yeah.
You can say yes.
Once I'm there, I enjoy it, you know?
Yeah.
But do you know what? Like, it's weird to say, I actually like to just do nothing. Like, just watch something on the telly, you know?
Yes.
Like a series, like a thriller.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And she's just like, well, for somebody so active who's just constant, but it's nice to just like,
It's because you're so active though.
This is it, isn't it?
It's not like you're like, I'm desperate to go and do a work. You've done a workout maybe that day, so you want to maybe just have a coffee, relaxing.
But isn't that one of the best things about exercise and fitness and weightlifting is that guilt-free sitting down, just done my thing for today.
I've done everything for today.
Netflix on.
Yeah, let's just watch
pizza and Netflix.
yeah. Saturday night pizza.
Yeah.
Have you got to go to sort of? Doesn't have to be a takeaway. What food do you enjoy on maybe one of your cheat days?
I do like a Hollywood pizza.
They're lovely, aren't they? Salty buggers.
Salty.
Yeah.
Wake up halfway through the night.
Simple margarita, chips and cheese, garlic sauce. Can't go wrong.
Chips and cheese as well,
they say they're so salty. Like your sodium for the week. And
just craving salt your body is, isn't it?
Margarita though, you don't fancy like the pepperoni.
I did, but like I just rather keep it simple.
Yeah.
Just garlic sauce all over it. Yeah.
Oh, it is good though, isn't it?
Home Alone plain cheese.
Did anyone order me a plain cheese? It's I like Hollywood as well.
Yeah. Well, it's good.
Yeah.
I want to talk about clients, friends. There's two people here, James Scarrett and Steph Davis, who both came back from pretty impressive injuries.
Yes.
How do you start? I hope they don't mind us talking about them. But how do you start with James, for example, who went through something pretty horrific?
To be honest with you, at first, I was so glad he was alive, to be honest with you.
Yes.
And like, Caris was the one that was with him in the hospital because she's an A&E nurse.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you were training James anyway, were you?
Yeah, I was training him anyway, yeah. And then that happened. And I think Victoria Tor messaged me and saying, like, James is in the hospital, blah, 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 blah. Is Caris working? And I'm like, yeah. So I think I messaged Caris and then they went straight in.
Yeah.
Caris took him straight in. But yeah, like, his hand was broken. He had, God knows how many ribs that was broken as well. And I think he had a crack in his hip as well. So, but James is very, he doesn't like to be down. He has to get up and do it. So the hardest part with him was being like, no, don't do anything.
Slow down.
And I think like the first session back in the gym, it was like 20 calories on the rower. That was it.
Right.
And like, because I remember looking back with him actually and just seeing his programming, like the start of it. And he was just like, God, and I couldn't even do that. He was doing farmer's walk just to get his grip back with like 2.5 kilo dumbbells, just farmer's walk.
Crazy, yeah.
And then we just started the rebuild from there then and just getting him, back to normal. But the first 6 weeks we didn't do anything because they had to heal. It takes 6 weeks for them to heal. And then after that then it was like, right, okay, let's just build up slowly. So that's what we did basically, was build up slowly from there. And then it was a lot of communication backwards and forwards. Does that hurt? Is that okay? No. Okay. Yeah. Good. Let's move on. I can go heavier. No, let's not. Let's stay on, just constant backwards and forwards, to be honest with you.
Slow and steady.
Yeah. And, when you do cleans and when you do front squats and stuff, we couldn't do those stuff for so long because he just couldn't get his wrist back there because the hand was so bad. So he would like squat like this, or he would be on a hack squat machine, or even at the bar on his back. But yeah, we got there.
Yeah, because he's just done a competition recently, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done 2 Hyroxes. Yeah.
How's he doing now?
Yeah,
after the road, of recovery.
Fine. He's stronger than he's ever been. I'd probably say he's fitter than he's ever been.
Wow,
yeah,
that's incredible.
The only couple of things he does struggle with is like the mobility in like the wrist and stuff to get it there and stuff. But other than that, yeah, he's good as gold now. To be fair,
wow,
amazing.
And then
hell of a story,
Steph
isn't it?
as well is
because he ruptured his Achilles, was it?
Yeah.
Whew.
But with Steph, I worked a lot with one of the consultants he had was Mr. Alabadi. So I was backwards and forwards with Mr. Alabadi, and then he was going to Glyn down in Cattle Strength for scans. Yeah. So I was backwards and forwards with Glyn as well. So having them two on my side, knowing that, right, what I do, yes, it's not gonna, so that did help. And I just tend to do, if I deal with somebody who has an injury or is coming back from an injury, I like to know, right, who are you seeing professionally, and can I contact that person? And that helps loads. Like Shan Lawson, physio in town, she deals with a lot of people. So I always say, just go to Shan, and then, at least then I can know what the crack is. Or if someone's still not sure, go to Glyn, get a scan on it, and then then what we're dealing with. But I think the hardest part is especially someone like James and Steph, both competitive people, Steph played, high level football for so many years, and knowing, I'm never going to be able to run. No, you will be able to run. It's just going to take time. You might not be able to play football, or you might not even want to, But one goal now, if he watches this, he might go mad. But I want to get him to do a Hyrox in the future.
Yeah.
Don't know if he will, but we'll see.
Pressure's on now.
Yeah. But
you mentioned Hyrox. What do you think about Hyrox coming from CrossFit background? Just what are your thoughts?
I like it.
Yeah,
I say I like it. I do like it in terms of the fitness industry, my branding. Anybody who is a coach, a PT, the best thing ever is Hyrox, because it's made everybody's job, like there's more people coming into functional fitness, there's more people, so everybody's getting more clients, so to speak. Do you know what I mean?
Seems like it's booming at the moment, obviously. Yeah,
exactly. So I do like it in that sense. And it also, I feel like, so you've always had strength and conditioning, or like, because CrossFit is strength and conditioning to a degree, and bodybuilding, and you've always had like this big, bodybuilding or CrossFit or strength and conditioning. I feel like Hyrox is the bridge now that kind of like connects them. You have bodybuilders doing Hyrox, you have CrossFitters doing Hyrox, and then you just have Hyroxers. And when eventually, because they won't be able to beat their time, or they get bored, they're going to have to go one way. They're going to have to go to bodybuilding to get stronger, or they're going to go to CrossFit because they enjoy functional fitness and they want to get better in functional fitness. So I think like it's good in terms of that, because it's that bridge now that connects both of them together.
Fair enough.
What I don't like though,
tops off.
Here we go. Come on.
No, that doesn't bother me either. Is that people try and compare it to CrossFit?
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay.
Whereas like it's completely different. Like like bodybuilding, Hyrox, CrossFit, like they're all different. You know, I say the bridge because it brings people through. Before there was no bridge, so people couldn't go through, whereas now it does. But when people compare it, it's like you just can't compare it. It's completely different. It's like trying to compare American football and rugby. They have the same ball, but it's a completely different sport. Like even to a degree of like Louis Rees-Ahmed thought he could make it in that one, but it's proven that he can't make it in American football because he's a rugby player.
Well, exactly.
No,
he was a. How long was he there for? Was it a year or two, was he?
Yeah, a year or two, yeah.
He went to a team, and then, because I followed it a little bit, he went to, one team picked him up, didn't he? But then he actually went to the Jaguars maybe afterwards, didn't he?
Yeah.
But I think it just shows how competitive this sort of collegiate system is in America, and the money that gets funneled into college football and the NFL. And I think people underestimate the level of athletes that go into that.
And we were talking to Adam Bitchell here, who... Where is he? Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yeah, Albuquerque, New Mexico. So 120,000 people will go and watch college football, won't they?
Yep.
It's massive over there.
Huge.
It's huge. The money that gets pumped into sort of, particularly American football, obviously baseball, basketball, but American football is just like,
it's massive.
You know, the top athletes go into it.
And the thing is with American football as well, they all train CrossFit.
Do they?
Which is why they're so powerful. They all do Olympic weightlifting, they do CrossFit for endurance and stuff. So like all those top players, they do CrossFit, you know. So they get their fitness side. Whereas here, well, the rugby players in Wales don't do CrossFit. I don't know what they do, but they do some kind of strength and conditioning. But I wouldn't say they're on the top level of their fitness, you know.
Can we talk about diet?
Yes, we can.
Yeah,
me specifically, because I put on a few pounds since Christmas.
Yeah,
right. So I've been trying this fasting thing. So I won't eat I'll eat 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'll try and miss breakfast, but then I won't eat till like 6-7 o'clock. I've only been doing it a week.
Yeah,
just to try and get rid of some of the belly fat. But I'm really struggling because by sort of 2 or 3, 4 o'clock, I am literally like crawling the walls. I am like hungry. So what am I doing wrong? Is there anything you can advise?
What I would say is like the window isn't bad. I would probably go like 8 till 12. Like I tend to do it a couple of days a week, not by choice, just because when I'm working in the mornings, I just don't get time to eat. So then I'll eat at 12. So that'll be my first meal. But then you have that window. You don't have to go 12 and 8. You can eat in the middle as well.
So you can snack in between?
Yeah, but like not like silly.
Okay.
So you'll have your first meal at 12, say, and then you can have a protein shake, you can have a couple of nuts, some fruit, and then your last meal is supper. So the idea is that what you've done is you've created a smaller window for you to eat. So theoretically, how it works or how they want it to work is that you have less time to eat. And if you eat so you're full, you won't want to eat anymore. So then your calorie consumption is actually less then, because you've only got that 8-hour window to eat.
Okay, all right.
Rather than, well, say if you get up at 6, you've got another 6 hours there, haven't you, to eat?
Yeah.
You know? So that's what I would do, is like 12, fruit, nuts, protein shake, supper, and then stop then, and go again then, 8 till 12.
I'm going to try that. I reckon I could cope with that.
Yeah.
I think it's just the gap of, say, like, 10 till 6 in the daytime.
That sounds like a horrible gap,
God.
to be honest with you.
It's too much.
I'd rather
doing
do
the kids
the...
pick up. I've been doing it a week and I've been like dying. I done McDonald's today.
And then in terms of like, you know, like your belly fat and stuff like that, like that's just everybody, isn't it? Like it doesn't matter who you are.
Okay.
Like, it's where it goes with everybody, male, female, doesn't matter. Elite athletes, non-elite athletes, like it is always the same place. It's that belly fat. And the problem is that we can't, we're like, oh, do you know what? I want to get rid of fat there, you know? That would be ideal. The way I explain it to people is like you fill a bathtub with water, and if you put a bucket into the bath to get water and you put it in that corner, the water doesn't go from that corner, the level just goes down everywhere. And that's how you lose weight. Like you lose it off your face, you lose it off your arms.
Yeah.
You can't pick where it goes. All you're doing is burning calories in a deficit, so then the weight just goes off wherever it decides to go. You can do stuff to help, like doing weights training, so you can build muscle.
Yeah.
And then what happens then, the more muscle you build, the less chance you have of fat returning because you'll have muscle. Yeah? But again, it's really hard to build muscle in this area. So like a bathtub now, going down, you've pulled the plug, the water goes down, it gets to the bottom, water goes through the hole, and now you've got that little bit of water left, the stragglers trying to get back in. That's your stomach, that's your bottom.
Okay, I'm going to try that. I like the fact that I can eat in between that.
Yes.
Because it was just too much, too hard. My brain just stops working, basically.
Just not like
just useless.
Not like 24 pack of Kit Kats though. In between that,
But you know,
so.
fasting is quite good though. Like there's good like research behind it, like
Yeah.
you know, reduces inflammation and stuff like that. So it's definitely worth doing. Like some people just doesn't suit well with it. Like on a normal day for me, I do prefer to have breakfast because I know I can get the majority of my protein in at breakfast, and then as the day goes on, I'm not struggling for protein.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like ideally, you know, it is better, but also as well, if you want to lose weight, then fasting is going to be a good way of losing the weight because the window of eating is less for you. But because the window is less, you still want to try and get as much protein as you can in.
Okay.
Because obviously that's what keeps the muscle.
And that
Noted.
window's slightly better, isn't it? It sounds 8
Way
p.m.
better.
until 12. It just sounds better, doesn't it? Because you're sleeping
Yeah.
for some of that as well,
Exactly.
aren't you? You're busy in the morning,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah, exactly.
So true.
Yeah.
Right. Another thing I wanted to ask you about is fat loss jabs. So Ozempic, Mounjaro.
Yeah.
Obviously, like huge hot topic everywhere at the moment.
Everywhere. There's a new one as well, isn't there?
Oh, hang on. Is this the? There's a name for it now. Is it
Yeah.
peptides?
No,
No,
it's
not
that.
peptides?
It's
Retatrutide.
Retatrutide.
something like that, yeah.
Danny
Right.
PT was talking about that.
Yeah. So
And that's actually out now.
yeah,
So
it's
the
out
calorie
now,
deficit
yeah.
is massive on that,
huge.
isn't it?
It's like 1,002.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, but I wanted to ask what your general thoughts are. Whether you think it's a positive thing, what do you think it is long term? You know.
At the minute, we just don't know, do we? Like the long-term effects of it.
Yeah, I don't mean necessarily. Yeah. We don't know
No.
that. But do you think it's just something that when you come off that jab, you're more likely just to sort of fall back into the same patterns?
Yeah, you
again?
probably are. The only problem I have with it is like it puts you in a deficit and it burns everything. It just doesn't burn your fat like people think.
Burns
it
the
does.
muscle?
It burns the muscle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So because it burns the muscle, like when you stop taking them and you go back to your bad habits, well, you've got less muscle now. And because
Yeah.
you've got less muscle, you're going to gain more fat. Because what actually fights fat is the more muscle you have, the less fat you're going to have, because the muscle allows you to eat more. You know, your metabolism goes faster through muscle. But if that's burning your muscle, well, the long-term effects is your metabolism is going to be slower. You're going to be prone to getting more fat on your body. Because the only reason why now they're losing the weight is because they're in a deficit.
Yes.
Which is what they couldn't do before.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, was being a deficit. But
Yes.
I do love the fact that GLP-1 is the name of the actual drug, isn't it?
Is that what's in
That's the one,
Mounjaro?
isn't
Yeah,
and
so-
other drugs?
Yeah, but what I do like is actually proving a point to everybody that calorie deficit does work.
Of course it does.
You know, and if everybody was in a deficit, then everybody would lose weight, because these
Yes.
jabs are proving that point, aren't they? It's just the problem is like some people's hormones are a little bit or they can't do it. And it's not that, obviously they're trying their best to be in a deficit, but they just can't. Some people can't, you know? So in a way, in terms of the NHS and stuff, it's getting more people smaller or thinner, or
Yes.
so in that sense it's good, but I'm just afraid the longer run, 10-15 years time, is going to drain the NHS more, because all these people are going to have mental health issues, and they're just going to be in the bad boat again then. For
something else.
Yeah, temporary, it's working, isn't it? And it's good. But I think long term, I don't think it's going to work, to be honest with you.
Because you might end up having to be on it long term potentially,
Yeah.
and then, as you said earlier, you don't know what the long term effects are.
No,
obviously
nobody knows, do they?
No.
If I was going to give somebody advice, I probably would say, don't do it, because you don't know, do you? That's why. But also as well, if that's the only way that you can do it, and you change your habits and your lifestyle to go with it, then do it. Like if somebody goes on it and they're still having a pizza every day, they're still eating shit, they're not exercising, they're not walking, they're drinking, and they're just on the jabs, then there's no point, because you haven't changed anything. But if they go on the jabs and they change their lifestyle, and it's that kick they need to change, they're in the gym, they're going for walks, they're eating healthier, then in probably about a year's time, they can probably come off those jabs, because they've done the hard pattern, they've changed their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So there is a positive.
I'm sure it can work. Like there's actually someone I sort of know, and they were on it for, say, I think it was 3 months. They were able to come off, so they lost the weight that they found it so difficult to lose, and then they're doing their best to maintain without the jab now.
Yeah.
So I guess it's possible, probably hard,
And that sense, I think, is really positive.
but
Yeah, as long as you can manage that
and maintain
isn't
it afterwards.
Maintain it.
Yeah.
So it's the help you need initially.
Yeah, it's
and
like
then-
the little kick they need, just to, because people sometimes go to the gym and they do stuff, but they don't see the results straight away, because you never do. But with this, you see them straight away.
It's a quick
and
fix,
maybe
isn't it?
that for them is like, oh my god, I can see it now, and then they'll change their eating habits, reduce their drinking consumption, and then all of a sudden they're doing these changes. And if that's what it takes for them to change because it's like about lifestyle at the end of the day, isn't it? Like it's all about how healthy you are, and being thin or being in good shape doesn't mean you're healthy. It just means you look good. They could be really unhealthy. They could be having like a glass of wine every night, having a pizza and smoking 10 a day, So it doesn't mean they're healthy, but they're in good shape. But if you can do anything to change your lifestyle and make a healthier lifestyle, and that's the way you do it, then obviously you're going to be healthier in the long run. And then they wind themselves off the jabs, then I'm all for that, you know, in a way. But if people are just doing it for the vanity side of it, to look thinner and still maintain the same lifestyle, it's just like you're going to be like 10 times worse in 10 years.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to come back. Have you seen the program Biggest Loser on
Yes,
Netflix?
I have.
Yeah.
And they did a documentary on it.
I remember The
Yes.
Biggest Loser, thinking,
Yeah.
wow, they're losing
Yeah.
unbelievable weight. Is that what they were doing? They're jabbing?
No,
No.
they were doing it through food. Well, it's almost torture, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh, they looked awful. By
And
the
they
end.
were
They're
sort of like
they were working
almost
hard.
laughing at. They were laughing at them when they were big,
Oh.
and then when they were weighing them in front of everyone, they would get them to like take their tops off, which
Yeah.
is slightly almost like ridiculing them a
Yeah,
little bit.
definitely was, yeah.
And then some of these people were quite big people, so
Yeah.
the numbers on the scale were huge, weren't they?
Yeah,
So in a
enormous.
week they might lose like, I don't know, something crazy like 14 pounds
Yeah,
or
still,
something,
yeah.
you know. But the documentary was highlighting like sort of like how bad it was and how many people just put the weight back on when they came
Yeah.
off the show.
Nearly all of them, wasn't it? Like
One
even
guy
past
when-
winners and everything.
Yeah, one guy lost, I don't know, about 8 stone. It looked like,
Yeah.
and he just put it all back
Straight
on,
back on.
in like
Yeah.
a couple of years.
Because like a lot of them are like the people who were on it, and they're all basically the same as what they were at the start.
flipping heck. Can we talk about steroids?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
Well, steroids. I try and use steroids as an example to Monjaro, really. Like
Yep.
like steroids is cheating in any sport.
Yep.
Yep.
So why is Monjaro any different? Because that's still cheating in a way, isn't it?
It helps you eat
It's
less,
performance
doesn't it? I
enhancing in
suppose.
some description.
In a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it still changes the way you look, and stuff like that. So I try and use it like as a little bit. And for years and years and years, steroids has been like a bad thing for mainly men, because most men use it. But then this is the new thing for women now, the Mounjaro thing, isn't it? So like they're both kind of in the same category, really. But the only difference is that hopefully Mounjaro gets people into a healthier lifestyle, but it's still a drug. Whereas steroids, we know the side effects of steroids, don't we? They've already been proven, like the stuff we have from them, you know? So why people would go on it, especially if you're just going to be like an everyday trainer, it baffles my mind. If you were like an elite level athlete, like, you know, like, I know steroids is different to blood doping, but like Lance Armstrong and them, they all did it for a reason, and they were all doing it because they knew there was something at the end of the tunnel for them. Or like, even if you're like a Hollywood actor like Chris Hemsworth, with the summer contract he's going to have from putting 3 stone of muscle on, he's not going to do it naturally, is he? He's going to have to take somebody to help him. But that contract that he's getting from Hollywood to be Thor makes it all worth it then at the end. There's obviously side effects, so there's some elements of it that I think, yeah, why not? But if you're doing it UFC, Olympics, CrossFit, if you're doing it to cheat in a sport, then I disagree with it really, because you know, like, you're taking away from somebody else who's natural. Like, and even in combat sports is even worse, because you can even hurt somebody so bad then as well.
Yes. That's what happened with Michael Bisping and Vitor Belfort, who was just juiced to the max, wasn't he? Vitor Belfort just kicked him square in the face and just bad.
And his eye, he lost the vision in his eye. Partially because of that individual kick, wasn't it?
But you'd be surprised how many people are on it.
Oh, rife in sports.
Yeah.
Like, even on like lower levels, more, you know, like it's almost like people use it in the middle bracket, like we were talking about before.
Yeah.
And then they stop then when they get there, because they get tested when they get there, don't they? That's the problem. So they use it in the middle bracket to get past the middle bracket, and it's just like, but it's like it's being used and educated as well, you know, like the age of 18, 19 years old. Why do you need steroids?
With your natural... because this is what I'm going to say about steroids. Isn't it? I've never done steroids in my life, but the only thing that does seem attractive to me as I get older is TRT. So someone to do your blood work. And if someone can say, right, Luke, when you're like 55, let's say you feel a bit tireder, you're a little bit weaker naturally, and someone's saying, oh, I can make you almost feel like you're 30 again with your sort of natural level of testosterone. You might just... So nothing to do with looking good or big and strong. I feel like it would just give you a bit more life in your 50s and 60s, you know?
And that's quite popular now as well.
Very popular, particularly in the States.
Yeah.
TRT.
And that as well is another, like, I think you still would fail a drug test in sport even with TRT. All right?
I agree. They just do your blood levels, and I think they wind the clock back and give you the natural testosterone of like a 27-year-old. I don't know. Yeah.
But like, if you were like you're feeling, oh, do you know what? Recently I've been feeling quite lethargic and stuff like that, and you were doing it for yourself because you want your testosterone levels back, then I'd always recommend, do it. Yeah. You know, there's other stuff you can get as well, like helps with like recovery and like peptides and like all that stuff as well. All them, like, if you're just after longevity, then why not?
I think I'm going to look into that in my 50s, you know. I feel like I'm definitely going to look down that road. Me and David 43 now.
Yeah, because you're not cheating, are you? You're just doing it for yourself.
It wouldn't be for any... No. It would just be more for like, almost like a quality of life thing, I would say. When you're older, you know.
Yes.
Like, I remember...
You're active with your kids and that, don't you?
Loads of Hollywood actors are on it. I mean, loads of like... I think it's because it costs a little bit of money. A lot of sort of like, I guess like celebrities are on it, and like famous people are on it, and they get their blood work done. Yeah. And I mean... sounds pretty good.
Quickly going back to the performance enhancing, tennis.
Yes,
I'd heard from quite a high level cyclist I spoke to quite a few years ago. He reckons it's rife in tennis.
Every sport,
but
darts.
No, you can stop Luke Littler.
Beta blockers.
Oh, really? Okay, to stop the shakes.
Yeah, but it's illegal, isn't it?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah, like there's a drug for every sport. Like, it doesn't have to be steroids. Like CrossFit a few years back, SARMs became a big thing, which is not steroids, but it is still performance enhancing. So like, you have these different things. Steroids has always been like portrayed like, whoa, massive bodybuilding, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you can have different things for like your goal in terms of your performance, like tennis, you know, golf. Like every high level sport.
Baseball.
Look
A
at
lot of
Rory.
baseball people are on juice, but
they
then
are.
it's to smash the ball. But
But look at Rory McIlroy's physique now to what
Yeah.
he was. I know that's probably just training, but
Is it just training?
there might be a bit of extra help there now and again.
Tiger Woods was jacked at one stage as
Yeah,
well. I remember.
Yeah.
But
it was.
but that extra long drive, Happy Gilmore style, is
Yeah.
going to help them, isn't there?
Yeah, 100%.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Everyone's looking for that edge or like cardio. It's not just EPO, I think it's called. There's obviously
Yeah.
loads of other things.
Yeah.
But that's what loads of like cyclists were taking. All of them had asthma apparently, wasn't it? To get,
Yeah, well,
get a
yeah,
bit
exactly.
of steroids
Asthma
in their
pump.
lungs
Yeah,
from
yeah.
pump.
Yeah.
Any sort of edge that you could
They take it.
that you could get. Yeah. No, it's rife in a lot of sports, isn't it, you know? Yeah, well, favourite holiday destination. I just got a couple more questions, but favourite holiday destination or like a bucket list holiday you haven't been on?
Favourite that I've been on
Yeah.
is probably Santorini,
Where's Santorini? Santorini.
Greek island.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
I've never been to Greece actually. Yeah.
When me and Karis went there, that was really nice. That was. I actually did like Sorrento as well, and Iceland. Probably Santorini as number one.
Any reason? What's the main reason?
It was just like different, you know, like everything was just different, and like we went like before it was obviously expensive there, but nowhere near like what stuff are now.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like just
Yeah.
sitting on a pub with a, like, you know, like a cocktail, looking down, and like all these white houses looking
Yeah,
down.
incredible
the sea.
views.
Yeah.
Not that I've been to
And
Greece,
then,
but I've
you
seen
know,
those incredible views.
Yeah, the
in
sunset
Greece
and stuff like that.
And the Med is just
The sea is going to be
amazing.
crystal clear there,
Yeah,
isn't it?
just amazing, lovely, you know. And then we went on like a boat. We had like shrimp cooked on the boat and then swam in it. It was just amazing, to be honest with you.
Nice.
Love a holiday.
Bucket list.
Yeah.
Bucket list holiday, go on.
Yeah. One day. Clara? No, I'm joking.
Clark's all right, actually.
It's lovely, mate.
Yeah, my kids love it. It's lovely. Yeah.
I don't know really. Like, I've always wanted to go to Texas, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Like one of them, you know, like
Montana, I fancy.
just fancy
Montana.
You know, the country
Nashville,
music.
maybe.
Yeah, like, you know.
Nashville. I'd love to go to Nashville.
Yeah.
Nashville, San Antonio, Dallas, like, you know.
There's
like,
so
Dallas.
many places and so
Yes.
many different places within the US.
yeah.
That you could probably just go to the US and go to different states.
A lot
And
of them
have such a
never
different
leave. Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
But yeah,
One of
incredible.
them, maybe. Or like, yeah, it's probably one of them, actually,
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
Okay.
yeah,
Happy?
yeah. Happy.
Yeah.
We'll roll in
Right.
some, yeah.
I'm gonna got some quick fires, yeah. Can you do a one-arm press up? Yes or no?
Like Van Damme in like an
Have you ever
80s
done a one-arm
movie.
press up?
No, I never tried.
Well, you need to try.
Arm behind the back, all like pretty awkward.
Have you never seen Rocky 4?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Rocky
mate,
4.
Rocky does them.
Yeah.
I would have thought you'd have said yes straight to that.
No, I just never tried
Okay.
it.
One-arm pull-up.
Yeah.
Do you
can.
grab the other arm?
Yeah, we're only grabbing the other
Okay.
arm.
Whoa. Yeah.
Are you fitter, stronger, and better looking than the following three people? Rich Rico Martin,
Definitely.
Good.
Reese from Carl Strength,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Lewis Ellis Jones.
Definitely.
You heard it here first.
Tea, coffee, or pre-workout?
Coffee.
Oh, are you a big coffee drinker?
I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I do like coffee
Every morning?
every morning.
I need it every morning.
But I have an
many?
electrolyte first.
Oh, are you?
Electrolyte first.
That's probably a lot healthier. That's where I'm going wrong, I think. I just straight down with a
Yeah.
horrible dehydrating coffee in the morning.
Massive bags
and
of
then
drained.
an hour later, I'll have a coffee.
Right, okay, but you do
Oh.
the electrolytes. That's probably a good
Electrolyte
tip,
first.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good tip.
That's probably a good tip.
Favourite film?
Favourite film?
Or
The
anything-
Guardian, probably. Have you watched that?
Is that Kevin Costner? Yeah.
And Ashton Kutcher.
We've had that before.
Hang on.
I think
Hang
Stevie
on.
Williams said Guardian. I know he didn't.
I'm
No,
pretty
he
good
didn't.
on films.
I
Remind
think-
me what that is.
Coast Guard.
Oh,
I don't think
no.
I've seen that, you know.
I don't think I've seen
Is
that.
it new?
No, it's old. So you've got Kevin
I've seen
Costner,
that.
who is like the original Coast Guard. Ashton
Yeah.
Kutcher is like a rookie, goes into training.
I've seen this.
I don't think I've seen
I've
it.
seen Ashton Kutcher, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he's like cocky, and then he wants to beat all his records, and then he goes and he beats all his records, doesn't he? And then he comes on board the team, and then they go on a call together, and then Kevin goes down, and then
Yeah.
Ashton has to try and save him, and he's
Bonded.
like holding him with one hand, and then I think I
Cliffhanger
cried. I
style,
think I
one hand.
cried, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think I might have done as well.
Or I think I like. Is it Impossible with the tsunami as well?
Oh, yeah, I've
That's
seen
great
that
fun.
one.
Those
I've seen that
two.
one, yeah.
That's a That is true.
I think those two are like the only criers I think I've cried to.
Cried at Braveheart.
No, I didn't cry.
I definitely cried at
Southpaw.
Braveheart.
I cried at Southpaw when
The boxing one, is it?
yeah, when the wife dies at the beginning, doesn't she?
I haven't seen it. I'm not going to see it now.
Southpaw, do you say? Yeah.
Southpaw.
Yeah, with
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Does he die?
I think I might
don't
have
know.
seen that. You know.
I'm not
Something
sure.
happens to the wife, I think, and then the child and
I haven't seen it actually.
Okay.
No, I haven't seen it.
So those three are the only films I've cried to, I think.
Music, band, music, type of music, anything really.
I do like country music.
Another country fan.
What is it about gym people and country music?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I do like country music. I don't really listen to music, to be honest with you. I tend to train like in quietness.
You just raw
you?
dog the training.
Yeah.
You don't
I don't
listen
wanna-
to anything.
If
when
I
you do-
lift, then I tend to like have like a country song or whatever. If there's music in the background, it's not like
Yeah.
I tell someone to switch it off. But if
But you wouldn't specifically put like headphones in, or you'd
No,
have like
just
Wow.
crazy.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
Yeah. Rocky IV soundtrack in the background, or something, isn't it?
Montage.
yeah, country music. I like Jelly Roll. I like
Oh, yeah.
all the country stars. Like Luke Combs, all of them really.
Yeah, I quite like some of the modern stuff. To
Yeah.
be fair,
Oh, we said takeaway. Hollywood is your... Yeah, it's good.
it is good, isn't it? It is good. Favorite cereal.
Like a brand cereal,
Less
or like a choice of cereal.
Yeah, well, not necessarily Kellogg's or like
Yeah, no,
Cocoa
anything.
Pops or
Anything
Golden
you want.
Grahams. Or
Anything you
like
want.
that.
Well, when I was young, I used to like. Was it like cookies and cream? No, what are they called?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like little
yeah. They look
cookies.
like small cookies.
Yeah,
don't they?
well, wait.
They were bloody nice.
Straight back to the 80s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it might
them.
have been called cookies. Cookies. Oh God, Cookie Crisp.
That's the one.
Ooh, yeah.
I'll probably pick that one.
Wow. Yeah, no, they're really good. They're really good.
Right, I think we're out. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Cool.
Thanks
Happy?
very much for coming on.
Thanks, Oz.
that was good though. That was
Cheers,
fun.
mate.
That was fun.